Ciao Tesla people, I need to charge and we'll do the Supercharger talk number 35. I'm not at the Supercharger, but I am at a B-Charge station, which is a gas station. And let's see if this time it gives me the right stall. So on the app, I have a number, let me see, number 2351, so it should be this guy. Okay, and then start charging. It should blink blue, this guy, yep. And then I get this, and then plug in, should blink, and then looks like it is working. Let's see, yeah, green is working. Let's see the charge when it goes 50%. Actually, on the car it says 49%, and it's charging at 50 kilowatts. And the reason is because my charge is state of charge is at 50%. Okay, that's okay. So let's get in. The app is still thinking. Everything is going well. Let's check it out here. So it's charging at 49 kilowatts. Pretty slow. But I can't do anything about it because I'm at 49%. The guy on the stall says 50. Anyway. Yeah. That's the usual deal that you deal with third-party chargers. Funny enough, before I came here, I had the sun on the right side, and a warning message appeared that the right pillar camera was dirty or blinded by the sun. In this case, it was blinded by the sun, which is pretty cool to have a warning so you know that what's going on. So let's do the Supercharger talk number 35. And I have several news from the Tesla world. Okay, first there is a Cybercab or Robotaxi, whatever you want to call it, tour in Europe. There are several cities in Europe. I think mainly are capital cities. I think it was London, Berlin, Paris, and forget the other one. I think I forgot. And no, Italy. Okay, a list of until I checked, so not sure what's why not Italy. Anyway, then another news was pretty cool. There is a new Supercharger version 4 that Tesla tested and tested, and they're going to install soon, and it will charge cars up to 500 kilowatts. That's pretty good. That means that cars like, for example, the Cybertruck can charge up to 500 kilowatts. I'm not sure if, I think they show it that it was charging at that kind of speed, but we don't know yet in which location, but it's good that the Supercharger network is improving and is developing new charging opportunities. And then here in Italy, unfortunately, the superchargers increased their prices for third party. So for cars that are not Teslas, I think it was up to 69 or 79 cents per kilowatts, in addition to a monthly plan. So it sucks. Sorry, you know. And then there was a tweet by someone asking if the van that they display at the Robotaxi event was the only one, and Elon Musk responded that he hinted that there's going to be a new van. So new van in 2025? We are not sure. If you remember, there was a slide on one of the presentation where there are all the cars and were covered, some of them. I hope there's going to be a van that is going to be able to have a commercial version, because we need a commercial vehicle to be electrified, because Those are the vehicles that go around all the time. And for example, here in Italy, most of these guys, they go into the cities, in the center of the city, because they have to deliver goods and stuff. So it would be cool to have all these vehicles electrified. I know here in Europe there are many companies that are developing and selling commercial EVs for delivering goods and services and stuff. So good. Also, there are a bunch of trucks, big trucks, and I follow one guy in Germany that is telling his experience with the truck, and he's showing where he stops, how much he charges, all that stuff, and it's really interesting because it shows how cheaper and much more efficient electric truck is compared to diesel trucks. First of all, it's cheaper to operate. Not only the electricity is cheaper, but the maintenance is huge. He said that it was saving almost 20 to 30,000 euros a year between charging and maintenance. And in trucks, maintenance is a big deal because not only costs, but you have to stop the truck, so you cannot make deliveries, and that's money that you lose. Okay, not only you spend more money on maintenance, but you lose money on staying still. So it's a big deal. Trucks and vans should be next electrification for sure. And then in Asia and Australia, Asia and Australia, there is an acceleration boost for the Model 3. I think it was the long range. I'm not sure if it was long range or real wheel drive. I always forget it was $3,000. So if you want an acceleration boost, that's it. And then there is a Tesla update, the 2024.44.3. There was 44.1, and now they're up to .3. There are a bunch of changes, some very cool changes. The parking assist is coming to Europe, so that's only if you have enhanced autopilot. I don't have it because I really don't need it. I don't drive that much the car to spend money on the enhanced autopilot. I don't do so much highway, so that I don't need to drive. And then we'll see if it gets, maybe hopefully FSD comes to Europe, and we'll get a 1 month free testing type of thing like they did in the US. I would love to test that in the cities and outside the city. For example, here in the location there I'm staying, there are mountains, so it would be cool to test it here. And then Powerwall 3 is coming to Europe and to Italy. I think it was already selling in England, but now it's coming to Europe, and they're showcasing, I think, in Bergamo, North Italy. They were doing a showcase next month or at the end of the month. So that's cool. And then one of the changes that is coming in one of the Tesla update, I think the 44.3 or later on, is when you plan a road trip in a navigation system, you can set the percentage of the battery at the location where you're arriving. And that's cool because let's say for example, I'm going back to Florence. That's why I'm charging. Actually, let me move the charging speed, limit. So let's say that I want to get to Florence with 30% charge so that I can have some buffer to go around and doing stuff in Florence. So I can set it to 30% at the arrival, which means that the navigation will calculate which stop do I need to do and for how long before getting to Florence at that charge. That's a big deal because if you do road trips, you're always trying to figure out how much charge you will have on the arrival, and so you charge, you schedule your charge, you figure out your charges on the way there. By doing a charge, a percent setting, a charge on arrival, you can figure, you know, the whole calculation is done by itself by the car, and you don't have to do it, but just plug the charge, and that's it. So these are the changes. They're coming, and some news which are pretty cool. Now I'm charging at 52 kilowatts, so it's stabilized a little bit. It's kind of chilly today. It's 11 C, but this morning was 4 Celsius. Unfortunately, I forgot to preheat the battery by giving the location of this charger, but it's not a big deal because here it's so close the things that it wouldn't preheat so much. So unfortunately, it's doing it right now. I'm already at 58%. What I wanted to show you is the views that I see from here. Let me get out a bit. Let me get the phone. And so the views from here, and I can show you really cool views here. So that's the Maiella. It did some snow. Porrara. I was in Canzano, that is up there, and you can see all the old chain. This is Morrone, go all the way down, and down there is the Gran Sasso. And Gran Sasso is the highest mountain in center of South Italy, beside Etna, the volcano. And that's the famous mountain where there is a famous picture of a Tesla coming away on a road on a plateau. And in the background, there is that mountain over there. If you can see, there is a tree in the middle, but the shape is very, very unique. Pretty cool. There's snow there. That's almost 3,000 meters. So it was supposed to have more snow at this period, but it doesn't have it, as usual. You know, a week ago was 20 degrees Celsius, and this morning was 4 Celsius. So that's the thing that's going on with the weather and the climate. Okay, so I'm going to stay put. I have some time to go. And what I did, I also posted a video about the bug that I found on the UI. You can check the video, and it's about the wiper UI is covered by the climate control UI, even though you push the wipers control button icon here. So check out that video, and please share it so that Tesla will fix this issue, because it's kind of annoying. Anyway, it's an issue, should be fixed. So I'll see you in a bit. So charge is done. Let me unlock the door. Let's stop here and charge 38 kilowatts hour. Remove this guy. Put it back in. Cool. Charge is good. I charged 38, but I think there was almost 3 kilowatts difference from what is the car said and the charge here. That's okay. Unfortunately, you lose some kilowatts in losses. Anyway, everything went well. I'm ready to leave tomorrow for Florence. Again, Supercharger Talk number 35. Check it out. Check out my Tesla referral. If you buy Tesla, you can get up to 500 euros discount. And if you buy a Model Y here in Europe, you get 1 year free supercharger. So check out my Tesla referral. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, share it, and I'll see you on next video. Ciao Tesla people.